Hey everybody, it's Wick here, and I've went through and grabbed 10 items that I've sold fairly recently. I try to find stuff that sort of interesting to talk about, something to learn from. It's getting harder because, a lot of the stuff I sell is really similar and it's hard to really pull any lessons I haven't already talked about. But here is this casino blackjack card counting game software. Now, I picked this up at a library sale. It was a half off sale. So it was 50 cents. The book was originally $1. The book had a software CD in it. Now when I scan it, it just comes up this software. So not really sure what's going on, but I sent it in and it sold for 69.99. Paid 50 cents for it, and in the end it was $55.28 profit. So card counting game software, pretty interesting. For those who don't know, back when the poker boom happened and you could actually legally play online poker in the United States, I played online poker and I got really good. I put a lot of time in it, read a lot of books, and was making pretty good money. And then they outlawed it and the government confiscated my money. And I haven't seen it since. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, poker is great for your mind. It's a great game. Teaches you a lot about risk and reward. Blackjack, I even started learning how to count cards. It was just something I was trying to train my mind to do, and yeah, this is what I was into. I like making money, and I was messing around with becoming a professional gambler, I guess. But here I am now selling on Amazon. It's probably a bit more safer and more lucrative, but maybe not as fun. But yeah, great money there. This is just a Conair steamer. This was used, and I got it and tested it, and I sold it for $49.99 used, and paid $5.99, and in the end made $30.22 after all fees and cost. Always keep an eye out for used stuff, even like this. Just glancing at it, you wouldn't think you'd be able to make money on it. A lot of people walk by stuff like this, but if you're selling on Amazon, even on eBay, you can still make some money. So yeah, always look up these weird things. It's a popular model, and it sold really quick. These Disney Star Wars toys. I found there was like 40 or 50 of these at a St. Vincent. I believe Kmart had just donated them all. They originally sold for $25. And I ended up buying 10 of them. And St. Francis wouldn't sell me anymore because they said they were transferring to another St. Francis. I'm like, what's the difference? Like, why can't I buy... they're just going to a different store. Why can't I just buy them here? I mean, it's the same outcome if they sell. I don't know. It's just... These thrift stores are weird. But I bought these. They weren't... They had a pretty good rank, but they didn't have... The price wasn't that good because there were a ton of sellers in the market, and I was going to save them till Christmas and send them in, which I did, and they did not sell during Christmas. The price just did not move. The rank stayed pretty good, but I ended up selling them for... Where is it? $13.97 is what I ended up selling them for because it was getting to that point where they just needed to be moved. Couldn't wait any longer. Paid $3.21 after tax for them. So in the end, I still made $5.42. And between the 10, it's $54.20. So still made money on them. I just expected, to make maybe 50 more. About half of what I expected. It just didn't sell that well around Christmas. It was kind of a mistake. Though I'd probably buy them again, honestly. I mean, it's still pretty good money. I spent a total about $30 to make 50, so not bad. But everything you hold until Christmas won't sell, especially when there's still 37 sellers. Eventually this price will go up, but I already had mine in there for 6 months, and I wasn't going to pay long-term storage fees, so I just moved them. So I picked these up for $15 at a Bed Bath & Beyond. They had a lot of their bed sets on sale. Most of them weren't on Amazon, and the ones that weren't really worth it. But the Star Wars set was on Amazon. There were no sellers, so I bought it for 15. I listed them for 99.99 and sold both of them. And there's seems to be another seller in now, also priced at 99.99. But they sold pretty quick, so these things were pretty big. I got both of them crammed into one of the 18 by 18 by 24 larger boxes that you could pick up at Walmart or Home Depot. So shipping, was under $10 to ship both of them. So in the end, you're looking at $53.40 profit on each one, and about $106.80 between the two. So yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond, another great place to source. They had it 75% off, and then like an additional certain amount of percentage off or something. I think these were originally about $80 there. I can't be for sure, but this is another thing I believe because it's just larger, and people get scared for some reason. Like, yeah, I can only ship 2 of these. The shipping's gonna be like $5 a piece to Amazon. Well, who cares? I mean, you're still making great money. Just just sell everything. That's my motto. If you can sell it, sell it. Who cares if it's big or if you're spending more money in the end? If you're making money, who cares? Picked up this Sony digital voice recorder off locally, off Facebook Marketplace. It popped up brand new, and it was $30, and went and picked it up and sold it for $139.99. Ended up being after fees about $95.60 profit. So very good pickup there. If you're not buying or sourcing locally or even selling locally, you're missing out. There's just so many people using Facebook and these social platforms that there's just opportunity everywhere. So this had a piece of wrapping paper stuck to it. So obviously it was a Christmas gift. Somebody didn't want it, and they sold it for $30. So they get a little extra money, and I get a little extra money. So definitely be checking online, especially Facebook Marketplace. I couldn't even ask them to take a lower price because it was such a good, profit for me. But I probably could have got it cheaper. I picked up this board game a while back. It's a Catholic board game. Looked pretty generic. It was sealed at a Goodwill. Paid $2.99 for it. At the time, there was a seller in there for $20. So the profit was not looking good, maybe $7 or $8 after fees. But if you look at the next seller, they were selling theirs for $49.99. So that's what I priced mine at. Eventually, the person that had it priced $20 sold theirs, and then my price was the one next in line, and it got purchased. It is one on there now for $49.98. But yeah, that's great profit on that, $34.19. So definitely, when you're looking up something and the price is a little bit low, and you're like, I don't know if it's worth it, always check the next seller, because maybe there's a big price difference. This guy priced theirs $30 lower than the highest one. I don't know why people do that. I can understand pricing lower than your competition, but $30 lower just doesn't seem to make sense. Let those crazy people sell out of theirs and capitalize on the profits. Over on eBay, if you watch my videos, you see I picked up 52 of these children's Bible books. I paid $5 for them. It was actually normally $10. It was half off day, I believe. I don't know if it's half off day, but the color was at least half off. So I paid $5 for these books, and I just recently sold those DVDs for close to $300. So I figured I'd go ahead and take a chance on these books. Couldn't find really great comps on them, but I went ahead and priced them at $89.99 with buyer pay shipping. They ended up selling for $102.37 shipped, and my profit in the end was $71.15. They took about 2.5 weeks to sell, I believe, something like that. But definitely a pretty good score there. Keep an eye out for lots of Bible books, Bible animated DVDs, stuff like that. Selling them single is not going to be worth it. But if you could pick up like here, 52 of them for $5 at a garage sale or something, you're going to do pretty well. This I believe I even made a video about this like a couple years ago. I picked this up in a St. Francis. I paid $10 for it. It is a joystick for computer games. It's really heavy duty stuff. Made by Thrustmaster, used by United States Air Force for pilot training. Like, this is a legit joystick. These things new will sell up to $600, $700. Used, they still sell for $300 to $500. I sold this one for $368.15 shipped, and it didn't take me 2 years. It took me 2 years to list it. It just ended up in the death pile. You'd be asking yourself, how does an item worth that much, that's so sought after, ends up in the death pile? Well, it's one of those things that I knew I was going to have to test and deal with. And, I'm not a big seller on eBay. I focus on Amazon, and I've been focusing more on eBay. So I'm like, let's get this knocked out. I mean, it's great money. So I pulled it out one day, took it out, kind of cleaned it up, tried testing it. I couldn't fully test it because they didn't have the software. So that's one reason I could have got more, up to $500 if it would have been fully tested and the software and manual would have been in there. Best I could do was I plugged it in and I got this status okay, and I disclosed all this, like how far I tested it and everything like that. But in the end, yeah, it had some like just dirt, and the buttons felt, solid. Like they weren't like loose. The joystick didn't seem loose or anything, but really that's all it was. Still had the foam in there. It had internet single written on it for some reason. But yeah, in the end it was $281.21 profit on a $10 purchase. So glad to see that gone because it was a big box, just taking up space. Sold these bowling shoes on eBay. Paid $5 for these at a Goodwill. You can see my pictures. I've never been good at photography or anything like that. I bought one of the little displays to put my shoes and hats on, and it still looks pretty bad. I'm going to have to work on that. I can't seem to get the shadows right. I got like photo lights and everything, but regardless, they sold. I ended up selling these bowling shoes for $59.14 shipped. They had like the pads, like the special, I don't know what they're called. It's just like there's like Velcro back there, or hook and loop, I guess, technically. And you can just peel that off, and they were new. They seemed unworn. The bottoms, unfortunately, just seemed dirty. So yeah, I just listed them how they were and explained all that, and they sold pretty quick. So good profits on Dexter bowling shoes if you could find the right ones. And finally is this Bose power supply. I wanted to share this because I bought a Bose Sound Dock 2 unit at a garage sale for $8. And it's the one you sit your iPhone in there. It's the old iPhone connector. But that part didn't work. Everything else worked. You could hook up your audio to a audio jack and like listen to it that way. And I actually used it. I had it on my mantle in my living room for a while, and had a couple parties and used it. And I figured it served its purpose. It was just taking up space, and Bluetooth speakers are just so much easier to deal with. So rather than just sell the unit, I sold this for $24.99, just the power supply. I could still sell the unit and make a little bit of money, but I'll probably just, I'm not sure, maybe just try to sell it locally or something for a few bucks, maybe at a garage sale or something. But yeah, I sold this for $24.99, and in the end, I made $8.53, so I did end up doubling my money and got a lot of use out of Bose. When it comes down to Bose, you should just be picking up pretty much anything. I got these this Bose headset at a Goodwill for, I think it was $6. They are amazing quality. I just decided not to sell it. Like, it was like unused. So this is my main headphones now, and they're great. And people will pay for broken bows. People pay for the cables. So if you can get that stuff at a great price, just always look into it. Even if you got to pay up a little, a lot of the stuff will just sell. Like this did not take long to sell. And there are a lot of people selling these on eBay. It's just the stuff is in high demand and it's a respected brand. So yeah, that's it. Just 10 items I went over. I hope you learned some stuff. I know this is all stuff that I've learned some lessons from. But I want to thank you for watching. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram at flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Till next time.